Hello, dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. And as always, guys, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And if you have not subscribed, I encourage you to do so. It helps with growing the channel, getting the video out there for more people, as well as keeping me accountable. So Libra, what do we have for Libra this week? You're feeling the pressure of something. Something can't keep going on like this, whether this is regardless of whatever type of relationship this is. And again, guys, these are general readings, so only takes whatever applies to you. So whether this is a romantic relationship or at work or something like that, there's something that needs to be put to a stop. There's certain boundaries that you need to learn how to set. And you have to, it's like you're being advised to take action now. You're being advised to set the boundaries now. You're being advised to analyze or reanalyze a situation, because you're just not happy with the situation itself, whether it's at work, whether it's in your romantic life or whatever it is. There's something that is almost like becoming like a burden. It's something that whether you have realized it or not, you are emotionally disconnected to, and you have been putting off the talk with someone, or you've been putting off some sort of talk that needs to happen, right? This can be your relationship with a parent or sibling, whatever it is. Regardless of whatever it is for you, there is a needing to, I keep on hearing, is setting the record straight or setting something straight. Needing to find your voice, needing to be comfortable using your voice. And this is where it gets tricky, Libra. You're very comfortable with demanding justice for others. You're very comfortable with speaking on behalf of others. But when it comes to your own boundaries, or speaking up for yourself, or setting boundaries up, or standing up for yourself, you retract, you retreat. And I'm not sitting here telling you that you haven't gone through some stuff. That's not what I'm saying. But at some point in your life, you have to stop hiding behind those things. And you have to stop using them as an excuse not to show up for yourself. Now, how you deal with stuff that happened to you is going to be up to you. And I've been saying this for a while with Libras. There are some of you Libras that need therapy. You need a therapist. You need a therapist. You need a therapist. And I'm not laughing at the fact that you need a therapist. It's more of the fact of like, there is some taboo or some type of viewpoint when it comes to therapy. Or some of you may have a therapist and you're not 100% honest. It's almost kind of like you're afraid of your own thoughts sometimes. And it's like, why are they coming up? Whatever it is that the stuff, whatever that is for you, it's almost like a sword that you at some point in your life, you cut it off of you, in a sense of like not dealing with it, that you won't even acknowledge it. So because you're not acknowledging that it's there, you're not seeing the connection that it has to where you're at now in your life. And how it has stemmed or grown into other areas. I don't know if any of you have ever gardened. I did for the first time a few years ago and I loved it. And then everything went to crap with COVID, but it is what it is. Because I wasn't gardening at home, I was outdoors, a community garden. And I was doing herbs and veggies, but the herbs were my favorite, right? Not gonna lie. But one of the things that I noticed, right? Rosemary, the rosemary plants grow very fast and they spread out very, very quickly. And of course, it was something that I had researched and stuff because, I wanted to know what to plant next to each other or whatever, like a distance and this and this and that. But to me, it was like, it was amazing how fast they spread, right? Um, so whatever this stuff is for you, has spread that quickly and that fast into other areas of your life and have you in positions where you retreat a lot and you react or you hide, but there's no balance in between because what this has allowed, right, not dealing with the stuff, whatever the stuff is for you, has not allowed you to learn a normal, and when I say normal, it's not what's normal for society, but what's normal for you, right? Coping mechanism of when when you feel fear, like you're threatened, or when you feel this, and and it's almost like that foundation, that basic foundation that should have happened when you were a child or a teenager, depending on what part of your life this stuff happened in, has literally stemmed into like all the relationships and connections that you have with those around you, where it is like you either allow people to use you and mistreat you, and and it's almost like when you stand up for yourself, it almost comes out as a temper tantrum. And the reason for it is like people are not using you and mistreating you because they're after you. And this is going to be sound weird because it's like sounding weird in my head as I'm saying it. It is the position that you've given these people in your life. So the lack of boundaries that you have set with people have given these individuals around you the belief in their mind that they have authority over your life. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, it is what it is. So let's go ahead and let's pull out 3 tarot cards. You have more than 3. So we have the 7 of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Wanting to change things, wanting to deal or wanting to mend certain connections or relationships in your life. Whether that is whatever you consider mending, right? Sometimes mending something is breaking off, and sometimes mending something is everybody going their separate ways. But there is a want and a need for it, but there is still a reservation as far as like not going towards it. We have the Tower with the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords. And this is a repetitive energy in the sense, like we talked about this, the more you try to run away from your fears or your problems, whatever it is that you're suppressing, the more it feels that it has a hold on you, the more it feels like it is in control and not you yourself. So if you truly are in a space of wanting change, of wanting to finally face whatever that stuff was for you, then acknowledge the fact that there is stuff there that you have to deal with, and then do whatever you have to do, whether that's therapy, whether that's meditating, whether that's prayer, whatever you have to do in order to face those things, that stuff. So let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle card. This can be confirmation to the reading, your advice, or something that you need to be made aware of that you're not seeing clearly. All Hallows Eve. Call upon the voices that stir your senses through the night. Excuse me. Cast an unforgiving howl as you stomp your might through the ground. So when we talk, and it's a number one, when we talk about call upon the voices that stir your senses through the night. So it's almost like you know that something is preventing you, or something is not allowing you to connect with something. Something is not allowing you to set the boundary. Something is not allowing you to move forward. Something feels like it's in control of your life and like it's taking a hold of everything. And you need to not blame yourself so much for not dealing with that stuff before. You have this present moment to go ahead and allow yourself to free yourself from whatever that stuff is. Well, guys, that is all that I have for you for this week. As always, thank you for all your love and support. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Mwah! Love you all. Bye-bye.